Have you ever seen rain? Yeah, okay, it is rainy. Anyway, last night's workshop went, I think, really well, and I'm just so grateful to everyone who turned up. You don't understand probably how much it means to me, because for 4 years since that massive change of careers, I've always known that somehow I wanted to get into mentorship and teaching because that's what I love. But in order to do that, I had to build the skills in the actual art form that I loved. And I think those two worlds are starting to meet finally. And so what we're gonna be doing is targeting to do one workshop a month, and I have to do that, otherwise I will allow my mind to go and go do something else. So very soon decide on a venue, find a date, and just say we're doing this thing, and then put out the advert and information, right? It's probably going to be a longer workshop, maybe 2 hours, just to give people more value for their time, and so that I don't have to rush as much as I did yesterday. I feel like I could go a little deeper into each subject. I feel like I really wish I had more time. So probably closer to a 2-hour workshop. And what I'd like to do is gauge whether the overview workshop like today or yesterday is something I should run again for people who I haven't, who weren't there last night, or maybe I'll do that at least once, and then slowly start going deeper into each topic at a workshop, if you know what I mean. So one workshop on audio recording and mixing and blah 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 blah, and one workshop on film composition and those sorts of things. So that's on the horizon for the future, but for now there will be another workshop next month. And the other last thing that I would like to put out there is whether people would be interested in doing one-on-one consultations with me, where you come home, you spend the day with me in my studio and my dedicated studio at home, where, for example, say what we're working on for that day is everything that I spoke about yesterday. We can actually physically video or photograph, move lights around, record with different microphones, see how that affects the signal to noise ratio in real time, put it on the computer, see what it's doing, change it. And I feel like if I'm doing that one-on-one, we can really spend time engaging properly. Maybe if we can find 2 or 3 people at maximum, make a little group session, but all be willing to go deep into each subject practically. And I think for people who want to expand their skills and learn from what I know again, and learn together, because we're working together and we find, I don't know how to answer this question, right, let's go, problem solving hats on, yes, I love this, we figure it out, we play with the gear until we get it right. And hopefully that's something that more and more people want to do, and it makes my heart very happy, because more than anything I do, be it whether it was engineering or photography or videography or audio, I love taking that and then solving problems and helping other people with it. That makes me happy, because for me, once I figured it out for myself, I get very bored. Just again, thank you to everybody who was at last night's event. It means the world to me, and it's encouraged me to just keep going. Okay, so the one thing that I find for having my phone mounted on the dash is I'm listening to podcasts, right? And then when I want to record something I think of that maybe it's something that is sparked by something I hear in the podcast, I've stopped the podcast, turn off all the Bluetooth in the car so that you don't get that cyclic feedback through your microphone. Go into the camera app that I'm using, the DaVinci camera app, record there, exit again. So in that sense, I guess that is a bit inconvenient. Let's see if having this and then listening to the podcast and being able to just chop and change between the two when I need to. It's like, okay, an idea comes up. Let me just grab the camera and quickly record the thought and then carry on listening to the podcast if that will help. Well, here's something interesting. The 18 to 120, the XF 18 to 120 f4 constant aperture, LM power zoom, weather resistant lens. This thing's so light. It's absolutely light. So got it yesterday to start playing with. It's a great idea for video, I think. Constant aperture from 18 to 120. I mean, seriously cool. I got worried. There's no image stabilization in here, and I'm using it on the XM5 that doesn't have image stabilization. So I was like, bit concerned, but let's see. Anyway, I didn't have a plan to actually use it this morning, but I came down to the beach and the surf was flat again. But Dave had a lesson, so I was like, okay, let's put this on. I threw it on the XM5 and see how it goes. I didn't have my tripod, so I handheld the whole time. At 120 mils, I was shocked at how smooth I could get the footage. Then I put it into high-speed record to record slow motion, and I noticed that stabilization was gone. And it was very jittery, and I was like, okay, so what's going on now? I have no OIS, I have no IBIS. What's happening? And I didn't realize that the XM5 has digital image stabilization, which is essentially, it crops your frame by 1.12, so let's say 1.2 times. But it essentially does what you would normally do in post in like DaVinci or something, where you can digitally stabilize the footage. So I guess that does, it at least takes away the handshake, and then the overall movement stabilization just comes down to you practicing your breathing and holding your breath and walking in a certain way. But I mean, if I look at the footage of the young lady surfing over here and think about shooting that at 120 mils on a crop sensor, so what, like something close to 200, 180, do the maths, it's too early in the morning, 180 mils. It's impressive. And the cool thing with the flippy screen is I held it basically shooting like the old school cameras with the screen here, and I could hold it against my chest and just take a breath in and control it and then breathe out slowly or what have you, move it away if I needed to breathe. And it actually worked pretty damn well. So yeah, we'll be playing with this a little bit more over the next few days. Okay, so here's something I didn't know that I learned now. On the 18 to 120, there's this little button that allows you to switch between zoom and focus control on that ring. Now, I had no idea, because I mean, I put this lens on for the first time this morning, what that would do, figured out what it actually does on this lens, and then took it off to record this little video now, and I put the 15 to 45 kit lens back on, and the ring that would have normally done the zooming, the power zooming, wasn't doing that anymore. So I'm like, okay, getting a bit stressed now. I thought I had broken it, and slowly the dots started to connect, and I realized what it was doing was it was changing the focus, which is a setting you can do in the camera but doesn't have a dedicated button like this. But the camera memorized the setting from this that I changed on the button and applied it to that lens. So don't panic if that happens. Just know that that is what happens. If you go into the settings menu and you change the control ring settings for the kit lens, you can change it back to controlling zoom or focus.